Hi there friends! Welcome back to Toy Transformations. Today we're gonna transform this candle into VIPERION, the new mysterious hero from Miraculous Ladybug. We're also gonna be making an outfit for Luka, his alter ego. So you definitely have to watch this video because it's gonna be super cool. Let's get started, guys. First, we're gonna paint his face and neck with a little bit of pale peach acrylic paint. Paint the eyes as well, because we're gonna give them an awesome new color. Now we're gonna paint the white part of his eyes. Use an ultra thin brush for this and be super careful not to paint the rest of his face. And with a little bit of pear green acrylic paint, we're gonna paint his eyes like so. Then use an ultra fine point marker to highlight the contour of his eyes. Weren't you guys shocked the first time you saw VIPERION? I certainly was. And don't forget about his eyebrows. We're gonna paint them using the permanent marker as well. Perfect, guys! Then we're gonna use an ultra thin brush and a tiny bit of jet black acrylic paint to paint his pupils. Just be extra careful not to paint the rest of his eyes. Here we have a green balloon. We're gonna use our scissors to cut out the top part and we're gonna keep the round end. We're gonna cover our doll's head by putting on the round part of the balloon, just as if it was a shower cap. This will help us give him a new hairdo. Now we're gonna grab a big chunk of air-dry clay, put it on top of his head, and then we're gonna smoothen out the surface using our fingers. Then we're gonna start making his hair locks by rolling small pieces of clay and attaching them to his head. His hair is a little messy, so don't worry about making them look even. Look guys, VIPERION is beginning to look pretty cool with that hairdo. We just have to keep adding hair locks until he looks just like the one from the show. It's time to make VIPERION's armor, guys. We're gonna need a few balloons like this one. So what we're gonna do is cut out a bit from the top part and then 2 small holes. And let's put it on, guys. This is gonna be part of the armor that goes on his chest. Just try to put it on as if it was a t-shirt. You might need to stretch it a little. Now grab a second balloon, cut out the top part, and then cut a hole right in the bottom. This is gonna be such a cool armor, guys. Just wait till you see it. And we're gonna put it on to cover the rest part of his torso. Did you guys know that VIPERION's name is a mashup between Viper and the Titan Hyperion? Once again, we're gonna grab a balloon. We're gonna cut out the top part, and then we're gonna cut out 2 small holes for our doll's legs as well. Then you need to put it on just as if they were our doll's underpants. With all these balloons, making his armor will be so much easier, guys. You'll see. Now we need to cut out the top part from a few balloons, including this tiny circle that looks like an elastic. We're gonna use them to cover our doll's arms and legs. Let's start making all the cool details about his armor, guys. We're gonna start with his shoulder pads. Just grab 2 small pieces of air-dry clay, attach them, and shape them like this. Then grab a larger piece of clay and attach it to his chest area. This part of his armor looks almost like a snake's underbelly, right? How sweet! Let's give it a super cool muscle texture using our modeling tool, guys. Just draw a few lines to mark down the muscles. Wow, he looks super strong! And with some more clay, we're gonna fill in the gaps of his elbows. This way we can give them a cool pose and make sure that he stays fixed in place. Now we need some more clay to make his neat, wider armor cuffs. You just need to wrap his wrists and forearms with a tiny bit of air-dry clay. Let's use our modeling tool to give the armor a super cool snake-like texture. I think the snake Miraculous has been one of my favorites so far. Let me know which yours has been. And with some more clay, we're gonna fill in the gaps in between the joints of his legs. I can't wait to find out more about VIPERION's powers, guys. Now we're gonna need some thin strips of air-dry clay to make the armored part of his legs. They come all the way down his legs, and now wrap them around the knees right at the bottom part. time to make his super awesome combat boots, guys. We're gonna attach a few pieces of air dry clay to his legs, and then we're gonna shape them using our fingers. And with the help of our modeling tool, we're gonna add the cool snakeskin texture. You just have to mark down a few crisscross lines like these ones. Now we're gonna paint his hair. His hair is super cool because it's cyan. So we're gonna need to paint different layers with different colors, starting with this jet black. And since we're already using the jet black, we're gonna paint his entire body with this same color. Just leave his face unpainted. He's gonna look super tough, guys. Let's go back to his hair. Once the black coat is dry, we're gonna add some cool highlights with this emerald acrylic paint. Just a few strokes will do. And now we can add that cool cyan color to his hair. And just like we did with the pear green, we're gonna paint some highlights with this cyan acrylic paint. It's time to paint his armor. Just like his hair, his armor has different shades of green. So let's start by painting a few details with the emerald acrylic paint. Then let's add all those cool cyan details. How cool, guys! Let's keep painting his armor, guys. For the legs, we're gonna use a little bit of the emerald paint. And then, without waiting until it dries, we're gonna add a few cyan touches. We want the colors to mix a little to make it look cooler. Now we're gonna paint his mask. Use an ultra thin brush and paint all around his eyes with the cyan acrylic paint, like this. And with a small roll of our dry clay, we're gonna make his weapon. He has a super cool harp that has mystical powers. So let's shape the clay, making sure that the tip here is a little pointy. With a few pieces of a toothpick, we're gonna make the strings. Just stick them right into the harp. And then we're gonna place another clay strip on top of them. And with some more of the cyan acrylic paint, we're gonna paint his harp. Then we're gonna add some cool golden details and a nice black finish to the strings. Here we have him, guys. VIPERION looks amazing. I really love the snakeskin texture we made for his armor. And of course, those awesome colors all over his armor. It's time to make Luka's outfit, VIPERION's alter ego. So let's start by tracing the contour of Ken's t-shirt over a piece of white fabric like this. Now let's cut it out with our scissors. We're gonna need one more piece like this one to make his t-shirt, guys. Then let's stick both pieces together. Spread some clear glue all over the edges. Once the glue is dry, we're gonna turn it inside out to hide these flaps. Look, this is what he looks like with his super cool tee on. Now let's make him some cool pants. Let's use Ken's pants as a stencil. Then we're gonna trace their contour over this piece of black felt. Luka is going to look super cool, guys. Then we need to cut it out with our scissors. Be careful with this step, guys. You can always ask for a grown-up to help you so you don't get hurt. And just like we did with his tee, we're gonna stick both pieces together by spreading some clear glue all over the edges. And once the glue is dry, turn them inside out to hide these flaps. Here we have Luka wearing his cool tee and those awesome pants we made for him. Now let's make a neat hoodie for him. We're gonna use some of this fabric that has a cool design. And using Ken's jacket as a stencil, we're gonna trace the shape of the hoodie. Then cut it out with your scissors. Remember that we're gonna need another piece exactly like this one to make the hoodie, guys. And we're gonna glue them together with the design facing inside. Apply a little bit of clear glue and once it dries, turn it inside out. Let's cut with our scissors along the chest area. And our hoodie will be almost ready, guys. We just need to add a few details. Next, we're gonna attach the hood and some cool designs to the sleeves. We've made them with some black felt. These are gonna make his hoodie look awesome. And this is what the hoodie should look like once it's finished. Wow, guys! I think that our version of Luka is beginning to look exactly like the one from the series. Let's use a fine point permanent marker to draw the design on his tee. Just like this. Wow, his tee is simply amazing, guys! Exactly like the one he wears in the series. And to give his outfit a more realistic look, we're gonna make his pants look a little ripped by cutting a small hole. Just like this. Here we have a pair of Ken's sneakers that are exactly like Luka's ones. We just have to paint the tip of the shoes and the sole so they look the same. Then we're gonna add some accents with a tiny bit of candy apple red acrylic paint. Now Luka is ready, guys! Wow, Luka looks super cool, guys! I really like that cool pattern on his hoodie and the design on his t-shirt. I can't wait to see more of this character in the series. Well, guys, that was it for today. Let's take a look at our transformations. Here's Luka with that sweet hoodie and those red pants. He looks super neat. Then we have VIPERION with his super sweet armor that has a snakeskin texture. How cool! Let us know in the comments below if you'd like us to make more Miraculous Ladybug characters. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell for more awesome transformations. We love you so much, guys! See you next time! Bye!